Okay, Mario, once again, let's come back here and explain all these little parts that I am employing here. You'll notice that I have a variation of materials here. I'm using fiberglass because that's what I used back in the day. I was CNC machining a lot of these components in fiberglass. My frames, I did them in fiberglass, but I also done some frames in carbon. I don't like working with these materials so much because that's the reason why I went to 3D printing is because it's it's nasty, to work with carbon and fiberglass. No matter how careful you are in filtering some of that stuff, and I used to cut a lot of this stuff in underwater. CNC, I had to build a special table to hold the material in place while submerged in water, so that the material would not generate dust. But even with that care in the manufacturing of some of these components that you see here, being very careful, and you still get this some of that residue sometimes in your fingers, and you begin to itch, and it's because of that. So I don't like working with these materials. I mean, I did that back in the day. It's something that I don't look forward to doing if I had to do this again. And that's the reason why a lot of my parts have become 3D printed parts. But to be perfectly honest, these parts are a lot better because they're a lot more resilient than 3D printed parts, and they're much lighter. As you can see, a flybar like this in 3D printed form, as I've done, as I've shown in some other videos, the part has to have some thickness to it to be able to at least maintain its rigidity. Whether fiberglass sheet part like this, it's already there. You don't need to. It doesn't need to be really thick. So I employ fiberglass, and I also employ these aluminum anodized rods in hex stock that I had a company anodize in this particular red for me because I was using these rods as handles for my own screwdrivers, JIS type screwdrivers, JIS double O and triple O, which is required for a lot of these little tiny screws that were employed on these sub-micro palm size helicopters. Even to today, you need that particular head. It's not the same as the just a regular Phillips head that we use here in the States, but JAS is a Japanese standard, and so I was manufacturing. I got the Phillips heads from another company, and I was machining this with my own name there, and the size of the particular screwdriver to make these little tiny or a handheld screwdriver. So I was making my own